Just click on him,
Yep.
and there you
He
go.
has
He's
higher
assigned.
numbers, so he must be good.
Yeah, higher numbers, always good.
Hello.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another World War Wednesday with me, Daniel, and
me, Fiona.
and we are back again at teaching some, Hearthstone 4 to a complete beginner. Is it fair to call you a complete beginner? You had 20 minutes in the game before lost 50 minutes.
Yeah, no, still complete beginner, absolutely.
So yeah, we began last time with Brazil, and we were just going to go as quickly as we possibly could into war. So of course we didn't unpause the game. So last time we also decided that you wanted to be communist. Any special reason for being communist rather than fascist?
I just physically can't bring myself to be fascist.
Don't worry, we're going to be fascist soon enough. But yeah, communist. So yeah, we went through all alerts. We still have, actually, we have one new one that popped forward as we finished the last tab, the production tab. So we're going to check that, why it's saying it. And we also have make a group or make an army, justify war, and then just unpause the game. So we really don't have much left. But we check the first alert you have left right now, or no template. So if you press there, right now, and actually hold over. That one. Yes. So it says you have no template. You are producing equipment that you have no division template for. Sure. Like we're currently producing artillery, which is something we don't have in our divisions right now. We are definitely going to need it. So this is just, we're building something we have yet to, put in one of our divisions. Do you remember where we did that stuff? Where we edited how our division looks like?
I remember absolutely being in the divisions and sorting it. I mean, I don't know how to get back onto it though.
Okay, so if we check this tab, recruit and deploy.
Okay.
Press there. Boop. You remember now.
Right, okay, yep.
There we go, excellent. And where could you add artillery?
I'm guessing under combat.
That you definitely can, but artillery is also one of those special things where you can add in support as well.
Okay, right, yep.
But actually, we can go through that. I think that's one thing we didn't do. If you check that plus sign, you press on first again.
This one?
The first one. Yeah. Here, if you want to add one new type of division, it's either infinite battalions, which basically consists of walking units, mobile, which is everything that is not tanks, and then, armored battalions, everything that is tanks, pretty much. I'm going to take control right now this tiny bit. So this one has been chosen as a, basically, infantry battalion line, infinite battalion. So everything regarding to this can be added right here for a 5 XP cost. If you want to continue adding it, it's also a 5 XP cost. But if you want to unlock something new for this division, like you want to unlock mobile battalions, the first one is going to cost 25 experience. And if you continue adding it, you can only add that type of divisions in that line.
Okay.
But if you want to continue adding, now you have both infinite battalions and mobile battalions. Both of them will cost 5. And if you unlock the new one, it will cost 25.
Okay.
But yeah, just a small extra fact right there we can throw in. But so far, you don't have any experience, you have not fought, you have not trained your division, so we just close this down and just ignore that one alert and jump to the next one. Do you have any idea how to use the divisions or battle plans or anything like that?
No, like I said, all I know is from seeing some clips is that I make them wee men's, they walk, and then they just stand at the border and they poke the other side. I mean, that's what we're aiming for, right?
Exactly, yeah. But you can select divisions on a couple different ways. You can just press them on the map. You can make a square on the map. You can press that alert that you just did. Or you can actually, I think it is shift-click that alert.
The unassigned?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. And then you select every single division you have on the map, no matter where they are and if they are unassigned. This is our general. Our generals are your main interaction. You have the one thing to the left is field marshals. Field marshals take care of generals, but field marshals is more like a general buff to every single general that is beneath him, and they have more bonuses that give what your more general bonuses, not very specified. A general could have makes your infantry better, makes your panzer better, while a field marshal is more focused on gives defense, give recovery rate to everyone. So it's much more in general stuff right there. But yeah, you have made a command group with the general, but at the top left corner, you can see the general interface. Both the general interface. That's a pun somewhere there. But anyway, you can see, it's an empty portrait in the top left. So if you press there, you can see, well, you have two different generals to pick between. They all have different stats and all different medals beneath their name. And that's kind of what kind of traits they currently have. If you hold over them, you can see Ranger, extra good at forest and stuff like that, or Jungle, extra good at jungle environments. In Brazil, there's tons of jungles, so I would recommend him there. And you can also see that they have some smaller stats on the right, which says attack, defense, skill. Right, it's just called that, and skill. I was like, is it planning, is it bike? And the last one, skill in spike consumption. So they all give some smaller bonuses, and in the end, it actually does matter quite a bit. So just click on him. And there you
he
go.
has higher numbers, so he must be good.
Yeah, higher numbers, always good. In EU4, which you had played before, you use the units, you click them, you manage them individually or as the groups. Here we have basically a bit more automatic, but you can also you can go full on only use manual movement, exactly how you play EU4 or anything like that. But we also have the battle plan system. As you can see by the many different scary buttons right.
I clicked on it and I was like, oh great.
In reality, I think you only have to really care about 4 of them, or at least 4 of them that we're gonna go through right now. But we're gonna go through, if we continue with this, with a large nation, I'm gonna show you a few more. So we're gonna look at the one to the far left, training. But that we're going to do after we've set up the battle plan. Just training gives your units more experience to a certain level. There are the 3 different levels you have. It's basically recruit, green, and then become recruit, trained, experienced, I think.
All right.
So right now, your divisions right there is trained.
Okay.
With training without actual combat, they can mostly get to level 1, or technically level 2. They're level 1 right now. That's basically what we're going to do. Makes them 25% better in combat, and it also gives you experience. The penalty is that they drain some equipment. They don't get killed, but it drains equipment, like equipment malfunctions.
That makes sense. What's the max level your units can get to?
Actually, veteran, I think, which is level 4. But here, front lines, and that's what we're going to do right now.
Okay.
You're going to click that button, and then, as you can see, all borders against different nations in Brazil started blinking and highlighted.
Yep.
I want you to zoom in on Uruguay and just hold over that border. So as you can see, you can click to make a defensive line on the border. You just right and left click there and will automatically make a front line against their entire border. You can also right click to make yourself, your own. It's basically if you don't want it to be the entire border, if you want to make 2 different ones, if you want to make it yourself, doesn't really matter. So I would just say click right now. Boom! Cool. And now you're told your 7 divisions to go over there and start defending that line. We're actually going to unpause right now because we need time to tick a tiny bit. So if you unpause, and then, go up to speed 4, it's kind of fine right now. But meanwhile this is happening, your units are now transferring down south to your order, and you're going to press the very next button to the right of front lines.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna have to pause things every time you ask me to do something. I'll probably have to pause. So.
Okay, that's fine.
So you said, what about front lines? Sorry.
If you check, if you check the button that said front lines.
Yep.
The one to the right of that is called offensive line, and that's what we're gonna make right now. You click it, and then you zoom in Uruguay again, and you can see their entire nation is striped. That means you have a front line against that nation, and you can now make offensive line against them. And you kind of paint it very similarly, like you did the front line, but you paint the opponent's division or the opponent's. So instead of doing each individual province, you draw it where do you want your divisions to end up. So you don't want to draw it just one front line. You want to draw it
Like all three?
A bit further inland.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you show me.
Yeah. So you have eventual order line, and you draw it like I want them to end up like this.
Oh, okay.
So once they're done, they're gonna walk forward and just follow this unit path. As you can see, the highlighted province, more or less. So we're gonna delete that one, and you're gonna do it now yourself.
Oh, okay.
Nice and easy. Awesome.
Sweet.
Good.
So that basically goes against my whole EU4 nature, right? Because you're not looking to just jam yourself right in the middle of something. You have to take little bit by little bit. So
yeah,
that's different.
Against Uruguay, it's very easy. You can just do it. Against other nations, you might have to do a bit more complex. Might have to split up your divisions a bit more. Right now, Uruguay, easy, nice, weak target. You just storm in.
So wait, do we not like have to declare war?
Of course, we have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Right
so
now,
right
you can't even justify the war.
Okay, right. So right now, our troops aren't going to move in. They're just going to stay on the division line, but will move in once they can, or are they just going to move in and sit there and then?
Even if we were at war right now, they wouldn't move in, because if you look above your general, you can see you have two new buttons.
Mm-hmm.
You have the stop, which is basically stop doing whatever you're doing, and the other one is activate the order.
Okay. Oh, so these are just plans right now.
Exactly.
Okay,
just plan.
This is battle plans. Okay, yeah. Got it. Okay, I definitely have a question.
Yeah.
So in other Paradox Grand Strategy games, when you do a war, it's for resources, land, power, all that sort of thing. So in Hoi, when we're taking over other nations, countries, provinces, what are we gaining from that? Are we gaining extra resources? Are we gaining because we only have 2 steel or 2 aluminium, that sort of thing. So like, what are we getting? What do we get for our shenanigans?
Okay, so it really a lot depends on which nation you take over in Hearthstone. Probably more than our other games. Like always, when you take over another nation or another province in E4, you gain income, you gain some manpower, you gain a bit from everything. Here, it very much depends on who you are actually invading. And no, it's aluminum, goddammit, in chat. It's aluminum. Aluminium. But I'm going to take control right now to just show a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the corner right here, we have something called resource map mode. We press it right now, and for invading Uruguay, we're going to get 2 steel and 2 oil.
Nice.
So basically, you can look right here and just check around the map, both what you have and what enemies have. Of course, I pointed at Uruguay and said what you have. God, like we already taken over. And just scan around the map, pretty much what everyone has, because it was pretty knowledgeable. You kind of knew what other nations had during Second World War, since you had a global trade market.
Right.
But yeah, pretty fine, and you can also see it through the trade menu right now. Every single resource, which people are on top of it, how much you can trade with them, so you can kind of also guess how much you actually have in your nation without actually looking at them. Otherwise, this would have been much easier to show you if we didn't have law resistance on, because we have kind of hidden that information now. But if you right-click opponent's nations, you can see all the diplomatic actions you have against them. Actually, you should learn this. Right-click Uruguay.
Damn it. Okay, yep.
There we go. All the different actions they have, if you can declare war. Actually, hold over, declare war.
No war goal.
Check over justify war goal. We can't do it because we're non-aligned. That's what we're going to change, and that's why we're going to become communist.
Right, gotcha.
And here, political effort right now, and that means we have 194 political power right now, which means
we can do a communism?
Yeah. Do you remember?
I do remember, because I wrote it down from last week.
So yeah, we're going to continue down liberty or collectivist ethos just to reduce the current democratic support, which is currently 0, but it's all fine. It also leads down to the communist decisions.
Okay. So which one should I go for? Like, what is...
You're going to go for this. Like, this means they're mutually exclusive. So if you go liberty ethos, you're locking yourself into what you currently are. So we want to go collectivist, because that means we continue down to international focus, and then use political correctness and all those lovely communist focuses.
All right.
First, collectivist ethos.
Oh, Wait, hold on. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
But now, hire the advisor, the communist demagogue.
Alright, so where am I going for my advisors?
It's under laws and government, and one of those buttons beside it. Add political advisor, and then communist revolutionary.
Oh yeah. Hello.
And now, slowly but steadily, every day, they're going to increase the communist support by 0.10.
Cool.
We can just let the time go, since remember, we can save up to 30 days of research while we do things.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about it. You can take it easy and pick whatever you want.
Okay, cool. So I can just pick something right now for funsies?
Yeah. I would recommend continue down research because, well, research is always good. If this was a player, they would definitely like, oh shit, okay, Brazil is going to invade us, most likely.
Yep.
But remember, they probably don't have very much intel against you, so they would only see a question mark amount of unit against your border, like you see on Uruguay. You only see that they have probably one division against you, since you don't know very much.
Right.
But yeah, very good point. Yeah, we should, before going into training, if you right-click their nation again, and then at the very top, you can see something called Intel Ledger. Here is everything you know about the opponent's nation. Everything from the amount of factories they have, to the amount of units, to, like, you're pretty good knowledgeable. You're quite knowledgeable about their civilian intel, but you can also see 3 different tabs in the top where it's like Army Intel, Navy Intel, and then the Air Intel.
Oh.
So yeah, you can see they have 9 to 11 factories in total. They have 14,000 to 22,000 manpower. I can actually hold that. 14, 11 factories. They have the amount of manpower they have, the amount of fuel they have, the amount of convoys they have. So in general, all their civilian intel.
Okay.
The same thing could also be said for Army, but as you can see, currently at 5% of intel level, you can see very, very little.
We know that they've got men.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much. Oh, infantry done. Very, very good. Because then we can upgrade the current production we have. Just continue research.
Let's do some research. Oh yeah. Okay.
I would actually recommend that one. Yeah, exactly. Support weapons. Yes, they make your division slightly better because we are going to war soon-ish. So you're going to upgrade the infantry one. So instead of making a new production line, you can just press on your current production line of infantry. Press on it, yes. And then you can see highlighted the new equipment. So you just press right there.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. And then you're now producing the better equipment. But as you might have seen, a red bar popped over right now. Okay, let's pause a tiny bit right now. But a red bar popped over, which means your factory workers right there are no longer like, holy shit, we're making a new type of gun. I don't know what to do. Oh, panic. But in reality, it's just you made something new, and they need some time to adapt to it. So before they can produce with their optimal capacity, it's going to take some time for them to just produce it. So that's why you might not want to change equipment right in the middle of a war or before you just do one, because they're going to be a bit confused and produce less than they actually can.
Gotcha.
But right now, it's fine. We have many hundred days before the actual war begins. So yeah, we're good. And we also add one more factory to that line. And now we can pick another focus. And we're going to go down internationalist focus. That's fascist. I know you're going to go fascist, but...
I'm doing a read.
You can currently see that you're producing 2.8 artillery pieces a week. You have one factory assigned to it. And currently they're draining 0 tungsten because you don't have any tungsten, and 2 steel. So if you hold over that current value of how many are being produced, you can see lack of resources minus 5%. Which means you're producing 5% less than you would if you had all the equipment. In most cases, I would ignore that. Like, okay, we're missing 1, it doesn't matter, because for each 1 factory you trade with someone, you gain 8 resources. And as a minor-ish nation as Brazil, you don't have too many factories, so it might be more value of using that to actually produce more factories than actually trading for that piece of, that extra resource.
Gotcha.
But if you would start to lose 4 or something like that, then it
start to
might
hurt.
be finally necessary to, holy shit, I should probably trade for that.
Cool. All right.
I would recommend once you need 4 out of something, trade for it. And here is actually the interesting part. You jumped into that because our time is lacking, and if you would just wait right now, you would most likely eventually just become communist. Eventually your people would say, hey, we want to vote for this, let us become communists. But since we want to speed things up a tiny bit, we're still going to do it we're going to do it properly and not by the Civil War way. If you see, you got a new tab right here. I don't know if you looked at it last time, but we have some propaganda effort, which is usually war propaganda and war propaganda against specific nations, costing political power and makes your people more supportive in war. Political actions, more in general stuff, which can be improving stability, improving war support, anti-fascist raids. You make sure that fascism lose popularity. You ban communists, and it gives some different penalties and gives some different modifiers, good or bad, to different things. Institute press censorship. If something else is like, if you are fascist and you want democracy starting to rise within your nation, you might, press censorship to reduce it. But since we've become communist right now and we have picked an advisor, he also unlocks communist on the rise decisions. It costs political power to unlock them. Either the civil war path, which we're not going to do, we're going to do the open political discourse. So it's going to cost 75 political power to do it, and I want you to do it. Click.
Okay.
Awesome. Right now, we only have discredit government or hold national referendum, which, we can't do either one right now. Discredit government is the one that's just going to, keep poking down the current non-aligned one, which is currently the government currently in power, which is going to boost every single thing that isn't what our current ruling popularity is. So doing that one, once we start to get closer to our goal as communists, I think we need 40%? No, less than 80%. Okay, then we're going to reduce 10% stability right there and just bump ourselves up a tiny bit. It's just helping yourself instead of waiting time. But it's also going to reduce our base stability by 1%, which isn't too bad at all. So it's really just one of those decisions you should do if you have enough political power.
Okay. Is there, this is our stability up here? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And since that gives bonuses, you have to also remember, maybe it's not the best thing to reduce all the time.
Yeah.
So tons of things to do right now.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Boom, jumping into the interface instantly. If you check the top right tab, the industry tab, we have some lovely things right here we want to do. And now you should probably understand them as well. So that's going to increase the efficiency cap of our factories. So how efficient our workers are and how quickly you're going to build the military factories.
All right, I want to do that one.
Yes, and then we have more factories, or you can actually build more factories. You have built the 2 military factories you set up in the beginning of last game. So I think you should build a couple more military factories. Do you remember how?
Give me a second and I'll see. So you said we want civilian ones?
I want military ones.
More military ones. Okay. Sweet. And let's build another one here since this is still 50%. What is my... When I'm thinking about adding more factories, what is the number I'm supposed to look at that makes me think, oh, I can build 10 right now, or I can build 1?
How many factories you want to build, or?
Yeah, what is it, by building them, does it remove, does it decrease something elsewhere?
No, it only uses up the building slots you have in that specific state. If you exit out of this menu and press on any single state in Brazil, you can see there. Let's use one where you actually have a building. There you go.
Okay.
You can currently see that you have 2 active military factories and 3 active civilian factories, and you're currently building 1 more military factory right here. And if you hold over those slots that are not unlocked, you can see, you gain 6 because of urban, and if you check one of the industry focuses.
These ones?
Industry research, I mean.
Okay.
You go to research.
You have to click it for me.
Okay, right there.
There we go. Okay, yep.
You press one of them, since we can actually wait 4 days until that one finishes. But I'm gonna do one thing right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna open up the cons command and just add. Let's see if I remember the cons command. Party popularity. We're currently at, let's do 35% to communist.
Y'all in chat, don't do this to do a war. It cheating.
What? Oh, right, it's the other way around. C35. So currently, we were at like 20% communist support. Right now, we're at 69%, which means we could actually flip our nation right now into communist. If you go to the Decisions tab, in at the very bottom right there, you have hold national referendum. So that decision will eventually trigger in the game, like just automatically, but you can also press it right there to spend 100 power as soon as you get above 50, and just force it yourself. So you're going to switch to communists, and you are going to lose 5% stability, but this also means you can justify a war goal. Communists don't care about stuff like war, peace, and love. Communists want war. You need to liberate.
Doesn't everybody want war in this game?
No, not UK. Yeah. If they want, everyone could just play the game without doing more.
Oh man, I want to play the UK now. I love playing silly countries that maybe go against the grain.
But yeah, if you exit out of this and you zoom out a tiny bit, you can see that you're the Brazilian Socialist Republic right now.
Hell yeah.
So right-click Uruguay now, and you go back to the diplomacy menu, and now you can justify a war goal. Conquer on Uruguay, and then you can press send.
So what is this? Just world
tension?
So
world tension is kind of, think of it as a modifier of how much, aggressive stuff that is happening in the world. People doing stuff that is not generally acceptable for democratic nations. But it's also a thing that unlocks actions for democratic nations. If world tension goes above like 25%, democracies can start guaranteeing the independence of different nations. If it's above 50%, non-aligned people can start justify war goals. If it's 100%, then democracies can justify war goals against people that has been aggressive.
So where can we see the total war tension right now?
At the very top right corner, the globe.
Oh, it is 3%. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And you can see who actually did it as well.
The Germans.
Yeah. So let's press send right here. And we're going to have to go fast. So we're going to go speed 5 and see if we actually have time to justify this war goal.
Hell yeah, speed 5.
And then you get some flavor text as well. Basically, your leader is trying to liberate the workers of Uruguay. This is not an invasion of any kind. They're being oppressed right now by the capitalists in Uruguay. So you need to raise them from the chains. You need to remove them and take care of them and join the great socialist republic of Brazil.
Nice.
And then I would like you to do one more thing right there. I want you to change the mobilization law. Bum 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 bum.
Nope. You're gonna have to show me again.
Right here is your mobilization law currently.
Oh my god. When you move your mouse, this one.
That's your conscription law.
Right.
But we're gonna increase that one as well. So let's do limited. So slow but steadily now. Each week, oh god, there's a cat down here. It's gonna increase by current recruitable population. So how many men you have. So press OK. So from 1.5%, it's gonna increase to 2.5%. And then your mobilization law, which was 2 to the right. That one.
Okay.
And I want you to increase the war economy. Because we're going to war. We need better economy for that. So that's going to increase the speed you produce military factories, and it's going to require your nation to have less consumer goods. All of them.
Are we not going a little bit overkill with the amount of people we're conscripting for this war? Or do you feel like that's...
Like, we can use it for the future wars.
Okay.
And then I also want you to add 2 military staff.
Okay. Wait, so where am I looking at my military staff here? Down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 chief of army. Yeah.
I want to do army drill because Yeah, let's do some training. And what else do we have? I'm gonna guess we're going to do high command because I don't really have a navy or an air force.
Yeah.
Ooh. Infantry?
Yeah.
Since the rest of them are not applicable.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome. And then press on your unit. Let's see. Actually, check how many days that are left before the war begins. Okay, we have down pause. We have like 4 minutes left.
Go!
But yeah, if you press on your general right now, we could have changed this, but in the left right now we have training. So I want you to just press there right now.
Oh God, hold on. So where is the training?
There we
Sorry.
go. No, you held over it. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
So your division is now training. They get very low organization and they drain a bit of equipment. But since you have set so much on building more rifles, it's fine if we lose some. They're still going to be all right when the war begins. And they're now training, they're gaining some experience, and your units also are trying to train to the next level. So that division we set on training ages ago is finally ready to deploy. So first, you see no location set. I want you to press right there. And then I want you to press in that state, Rio Grande do Sul. And it actually matters exactly where you press. Oh, you
did the wrong place? Okay, I got it.
And now it's going to be deployed right there.
Right, so I should have moved it closer?
No, it's fine. I want you to press, go back where you press Rio Grande do Sul, and you see a gray little button right there. No, click it again. You see this gray little button.
Oh, gray button, yep.
You press right there, and then press on your general.
And that's them joined that general's division, I guess?
Exactly. Boom.
Okay.
So automatically,
Nice.
So now when you unpause, it's going to deploy a division there, and it's going to go into that front line.
Okay.
And you should also stop training right now.
Okay. Cool.
So we're just going to unpause.
Okay.
Wait a tiny bit so your division can regain your organization. Then I want you to right-click and declare war.
The reorganization is the little green bar that was coming back up?
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can do it right now. Just go to war.
Stop giving me pop-ups, game. I'm trying to do a war.
A lot of things happens around the world right now.
Holy crap.
And we're going speed 5 right now, so a lot of things happens very quickly. And you're at war with Uruguay right now. So I would like to press execute that button, execute that order. And your divisions are now gloriously trying to liberate the Uruguayan workers.
Yay! They're standing on the borders doing the poking. Oh God, we're just moving the heck in.
Yeah, they're bad divisions in Uruguay. You don't have, you're just crushing
I feel so
them.
bad.
You don't have to feel bad. You're liberating them. always work like.
I feel bad, but I still want to win. Like, it's all good.
Yeah. Now,
holy cow!
You could zoom in and actually tell your divisions, no, I want you to attack right there. I want you to do this.
Do I want to do that, or are we good just let them?
Like either like we against Uruguay, we're fine doing this. You don't have to do a single thing. You are going to crush them. But I recommend attacking their capital. So select that unit in the bottom and just throw into their capital.
Is this their capital?
The one to the bottom.
This one. Okay.
Big red
star. Oh, I see the star now. Yep, got it.
So they're going to try to go in there the quickest way possible. So your division, well, you can kind of see by the, these ones, how well or bad they're doing. You can also click on them to get some more information. But we're gonna go through all of that much later.
Okay.
Well, much later in a week.
Oh, they're trying.
Yep.
Come on, guys, get in there. Go support your wee friend.
Come on, really? Now it's getting super tight for the EU4 MP that's coming up right after this, so don't you miss it. Let's see if I received any.
Oh, we're moving.
There we go. Come on. Let's see that now. Come on, we're so close. Damn it, they reinforced it.
What?
There we go. a bit
We
later
did
than
some
that.
more.
Press OK, you got some more equipment. Very
Oh
nice.
wow. Okay.
You're gonna press Great News, and then you press Conquer on them. In the far left, that's your war goal. They only have one state, so that's all we have to do.
So we're just take all states.
Yeah, take all states. End turn.
So what is this using? Okay, right.
Done. And now, yeah, next Uruguay and liberated them into the, well, Brazilian Socialist Republic.
All right, quick question. Do we get anything like EU4 where we, if we take things,
right.
people are unhappy and things like that?
Yes, we have currently resistance.
Right.
Compliant, that state is to follow you.
Gotcha.
Depending on how, well, little resistance they have and more compliance, you get a certain amount of factories from these. Gain some manpower as well, but very, very little that would actually be fine with joining up. 2% of their entire population are you allowed to use. So it's this tiny amount. So we just a tiny bit of a group population.
Okay.
And of course their resources as well. And you're also gonna have to spend some units on actually garrisoning down military police, basically, to make sure they are, well, fine. Which you take.
That's such a polite way to put it there, Daniel.
But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this second part of learning a complete beginner Hearts of Iron 4. You should technically be able to play Hearts of Iron right now in a very basic way. Then slowly but steadily add more points into this. And that's what we're going to continue doing. Thank you, Fiona, for joining me for this second week. And I hope you'll join me for a third week. But anyway, guys, see you next week. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.